Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. It's me, Callum, and welcome back to the channel. A quick PSA before we start. The footage you'll see of Destiny Rising was played and recorded on my own Windows PC with the built-in native keyboard and mouse controls using Moo Player, the official NetEase Android launcher. It is free, has no ads, and Destiny Rising is actively tailored to run on it. In the description below, I've included a link to a video going more in depth on how to set up Moo Player. If you're on macOS, you can also use Moo Player or PlayCover to run the game natively. And if you're on Linux or a Steam Deck, Waydroid is the way to go and will give near native performance on those devices. The reason for this PSA is because I was asked a couple times after my previous two videos how I was playing the game on PC with MNK. And well, that's how. Hope it works for you as smoothly as it does for me. And if you have any more specific questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. With that out of the way, let's get to what you came here for. You want to play PvP like a pro. And in this multi-episode series, I will teach you just that in a step-by-step process. Starting with the basics, how to queue for a game of PvP, or Iron Bar as it is called in Destiny Rising. You first open your directory, click on Casual. However, there's nothing casual with Iron Bar. It's a guardian, need guardian rolled in there. Then, right there in the front row it is. From here you can queue for a game or group up first. As well on this menu, there is a unique modifier that likely caught your eye. Fair Play. This modifier is our Atlas. He carries this entire PvP sandbox on his back. To elaborate on this, I'll list all 4 modifications it includes and then go into detail for each. All character ability levels are adjusted to level 1. This is related to systems we'll get to later, but what it achieves is that we don't need to grind out every character in order to use them in PvP. All that needs to be done is unlocking the weapon mastery and the 3 level up talents. Base damage bonus from weapon enhancement is disabled. This keeps time to kill consistent, however, we still need to level our weapons and exotics because that increases their overall stats and unlocks enhanced perks on mythics, not to mention the exotic catalysts. Here comes the big one. Character talents are disabled. What this means is that any fancy whalebait upgrades found on any of the character's talent trees does not work in this land. What you first pulled is all that you have. This is the only mode with this stipulation, and I respect the developers greatly for implementing this, as it significantly upholds competitive integrity and accessibility for PvP. Lastly, we have artifact attributes are disabled. Attributes are those 3 additional stat buffs on each artifact. These being disabled helps keep damage and healing consistent, as attributes can scale like crazy with higher levels. However, set effects and exotic calyx effects are enabled, which still keeps a significant degree of build crafting in the game. Now that's enough menu reading. Let's queue up for a match. Right away, you get put into the character selection screen. You can see what equipped weapons your characters have, but you can still change them in the menus if they're the wrong ones. Alternatively, you can quickly load up one of your 4 loadouts for each character. Once everyone is ready and the clock ticks down, it's go time. Now that you're in a match, there's some things that'll catch your eye if you're previously a Destiny 2 player. First is the lack of a special weapon, which do not exist in this game. There's only a primary and a power weapon, similar to Destiny 2 Year 1, but without the kinetic slot. Looking further to the right shows your character's abilities, 2 signature abilities and a super. Grenades in their usual form don't exist in Destiny Rising. Instead, most characters possess a ranged melee attack and a movement, healing, or close range damage ability. Of course, the ever reliable CQC punch is still here to clean up. On the top left is the classic radar, with allies shown in blue dots and enemies as slices of red. However, there are 2 changes to it. Radar is now available even when aimed down sights, and invisibility doesn't ping the radar at all. Additionally, taunts like shadow clones will ping the radar as usual. Finally, the last oddity is the health bar, being at the bottom. And not only that, but the direct numbers on it. All Guardians in PvP have their health set to 250 and their shield set to 500. Due to the way health resistance works, you only need to deal 1000 damage to confirm an elimination. With all that explained, now you have a clear idea of the fundamental systems of PvP and are one step closer to slaying out an iron bar. Leave a like if you learned something today and share it with a friend who could also use this video. Also subscribe to tune in next episode when we go in depth about the character and weapon systems. Thanks for watching. Have a great one. Callum out.